It has been a decade since we have gotten a Rayman game. I want that to sink in. So I guess that's not entirely true. We have gotten some mobile games, but I don't know. I don't really count those. And last year, I guess he was in a DLC for the Mario plus Rabbids game, but he hasn't had his own game in a very long time. And I miss Rayman. I used to love Rayman. I think I had the Rayman 2 on PS2. But yeah, Rayman Legends came out in 2013, and believe it or not, that is the last Rayman game we have gotten. Well, the creator of Mario plus Rabbids Spark of Hope has expressed a very strong desire to develop a new Rayman game. His name is Davide Solani, and he is describing it as the ultimate realm of creative possibilities, and I love that. After a decade-long hiatus, Rayman made a triumphant return through the Rayman in the Phantom Show DLC for the Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope game. It was a project led by Ubisoft Milan, and this revival sparked enthusiasm among Rayman fans, who are now calling for the studio to take the reins of a completely new game in the series. Now, Davide Solani, and by the way, I might be totally mispronouncing his name because it's David but with an E at the end. I really want to know how to pronounce it. Maybe it's David? I don't know. I'm just going to stick with David. So David, like I said, he is the creative director, and he shares this enthusiasm, and he is eager to pursue this opportunity. In a recent interview with Nintendo Everything regarding his work on the Rayman DLC for Sparks of Hope, David was asked if he and his team would be interested in developing the next Rayman game, and in response, David expressed his wholehearted interest, stating that it would be a missed opportunity not to consider it if Ubisoft extended the offer. He emphasized that the allure of the Rayman series lies in its absence of realism, allowing for boundless creativity. And according to David, everything in the Rayman universe, from objects to enemies and environments, is a canvas for artistic expression. This freedom to create from scratch is what makes Rayman the ultimate platform for developers. David stated that if he had the opportunity, he would be crazy not to take the chance. He says that because there is basically no realism in Rayman, in, the environment, everything is a possibility. There is basically no limit to basically what you can create. And yeah, what's really exciting to hear is David saying that, quote, "I think I would be crazy to not take that opportunity if given the chance." I think that is very good news. Basically what that is saying is if Ubisoft asks him to do this, to take on this project, it is going to be a definite yes from him. While the prospect of a dedicated team like Ubisoft Milan working on a new Rayman game is exhilarating, it is important to note that David's responses include conditional language such as if, which indicates that Ubisoft may not have formally approached that team about the possibility of a new Rayman game, at least not yet. In previous discussions, I guess David has conveyed kind of a similar statement, stating that the team was uncertain about their next project, but deeply honored to reintroduce the Rayman in Sparks of Hope's latest downloadable content. I think we are seeing a lot of these older platform games get revived, and I definitely think that Rayman doing the same would make sense. It would be very cool. Crash Bandicoot had their big trilogy remastered, and then they came out with a fourth one maybe a couple years after that. Both of those games sold very well. And then Spyro, they had the reignited trilogy. That did very well, and now there are big rumors about a new Spyro game after like 15 or 20 years now. Even I'm thinking like Sly Cooper. That might be a little bit out of left field. But I feel like a lot of people I've seen are talking about like the next Sly Cooper. And there's been a lot of rumors about like a Sly Cooper 5. I think that Rayman fits right in there with kind of those like PlayStation type platformers. I know that Rayman has been on like all consoles, but Rayman to me, I don't know, I think it would be perfect to do a revival, just a new fresh game for it. They had their original trilogy that was great, and then they kind of fell off for a bit. And then in 2011 they had Origins, and then in 2013 they had Legends. Both of those were 2D platformers, and they were so great. It got massively positive feedback. And then once again they kind of fell off. They didn't really do Rayman games anymore. Besides these like mobile games, and then now he's in a DLC. But yeah, I don't know, maybe this very recent DLC that he was in last year, maybe that's kind of getting his foot in the door. I can only hope, because I know that a lot of people would really love another Rayman game.